All serious anglers know and understand how important that good eyewear is in fishing, without a doubt. But what I've learned is that every different environment and every different person sees things a little bit differently. So today, one of the things that we did is we wanted to show you what different lens colors look like in some of my favorite water. So we've got some footage out on the water fishing with the different lens colors and basically the same light conditions, because on any given day, I mean, it can change by the minute. So what you need first thing in the morning compared to up in the day, compared to when it starts raining, or if you're driving a boat, it can all be different. And there's a lot of personal preference involved. So we just wanted to show you what they all look like. You know, I grew up in Michigan and we have a lot of clear water. And I learned at an early age that I'm always looking for something in the water. I'm always trying to see the fish, the bait fish, the grass, the rocks, things like that. So having, you know, the optimal lens color and frame for that situation to really block that light just really makes a difference in what you can see. And seeing is everything. Every body of water has a different tint. You know, sometimes it's a little brown, sometimes it's a little green, it can be blue. And then whatever the light condition is can make a big difference in seeing out there in the water. So one of the things that I do is I'll just experiment with the different lens tints on that given day. But if you're just trying to pick one for yourself, you probably don't have that option. That's why I'm gonna go through and tell you what I like each lens color for me personally. Blue mirror is probably the most popular lens color that Costa sells, and for a reason. It's great in real bright conditions. A lot of offshore anglers like to use it. But for me, you know, having a dark base or a smoke based lens with that blue mirror on it is not optimizing a lot of the situations where I'm in, where I'm looking for grass or fish in the shallows or cover and things like that. But for just really blocking a lot of sunlight and for blue water out there in the open, it's a really good option. Copper silver is one of my favorite lenses for sight fishing. And when I say sight fishing, when I'm looking for objects, when I'm looking for cover, bait fish, grass, bass, stumps, rocks, things in the water, it's a really good option. It works well in bright conditions and it's still a good low light lens. You know, everybody's eyes are a little bit different, and a lot of my friends think it's the #1 color when they're sight fishing. So it's a really good choice, and you know, you can see from the aerial footage that it really makes things pop out there on these flats. Green mirror is another really good choice. So, you know, I think that, you know, a lighter base, an amber base lens is one of the best colors there are for sight fishing, for seeing objects in the water. The mirror green really seems to help things pop when you do have a lot of green around. So in Florida, where you got a lot of vegetation, or in Michigan, where we've got a lot of grass in the lakes and things like that, you got a lot of contrast between sand and weeds, and you're looking for the green bass. You know, it really pops well, and it's great in bright sunshine, but it's also still a good lower light option. You know, it is one that a lot of people see the best with in a lot of different conditions, and you can see from the aerial footage that it's a really good lens. Sunrise silver is one that I could not live without. It is a great lens. It's designed as a low light lens, and it is super good. So like early in the morning, you know, low light conditions, or when there's, you know, fog and things like that, it really helps you see in those conditions. But even in bright sun, it's very visible. So I know a lot of anglers that think sunrise silver is the kryptonite of lenses, that it's good in every condition, but it really shines in low light. It definitely makes things pop. It brings out the greens out there. It brings out anything lighter colored, and it shows a lot of contrast out there in the bottom. So it is one of my top choices for sure. And you can see from the video that it just really brightens things up. So if you need a good low light lens, you know, sunrise silver is definitely one you have to have in your arsenal. Over the years, I have fished with a lot of different great anglers. And one of the things that I can tell you that I know now is that everybody sees things differently. Everybody sees color different, and everybody's face is a little bit different, the shape of their face. So the perfect lens, color, and frame for me is probably not gonna be the perfect one for you. That's why we have all these choices, and we wanted to show you kind of what they look like so you can make an honest, educated decision.